I know what that flag means, and I know what that barbed wire on it means.
He was an American Air Force pilot shot down in Vietnam. He's now sharing his story this Veterans Day. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm McLeod Hageman.
And I'm Jessica Coons. Gary Sigler nearly died in Vietnam. The U.S. Air Force captain was shot down, captured, and tortured for 6 years. As WCIA3's Mark Maxwell reports, it was a dream of a new home with his wife that helped him survive.
When Gary Sigler sees a black prisoner of war flag fly,
I remember a lot.
It takes him back to where his life would change forever.
I wanted to fly airplanes.
And the Air Force taught him how. As a co-pilot and navigator, Sigler flew up to 700 miles an hour in the skies over Hanoi on dozens of combat missions in Vietnam.
When you reach 100, you go home.
And his ticket home was just within reach.
We had 92 combat missions before we were shot down.
He volunteered on a high-risk mission targeting a bridge in downtown Hanoi when North Vietnamese missiles hit their jet.
Instantly, I had a wall of fire coming in my cockpit and was burned pretty badly. But I heard somebody screaming in my headset, and it was me, and I didn't feel a thing. Not inside. I guess I was in a state of shock.
Sigler ejected just seconds before the plane crashed. Years later, he would learn his pilot died that day. He still carries the wounds of war with him.
I did break my back in ejecting, and I still have a lot of trouble with that.
And for days, he suffered with severe burns while he tried to escape the enemy.
After a day and a half, I was captured by what we called a posse of peasants.
That was only the beginning of 6 years of torture and pain.
I was blindfolded, and they marched me through sort of a line of people who were beating on me and so forth. And when they took the blindfold off, there was a bayonet about 3 inches from my nose. They moved us all back to the Hanoi Hilton.
His captors held him in solitary confinement for a year.
A couple guys who were tortured to death.
The amazing part of his story, I thought, was his ability to deal with being in solitary confinement and what he did.
Army veteran Mark Depew is the oral historian at the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library and Museum and met Sigler years ago. Sigler told him how he'd spend his days in solitary confinement dreaming of the home he'd one day design if he ever could get out. 6 years later, he did just that, returning home to rural Illinois and building that very dream home that helped keep him alive, thanking friends and family with this card reading, "This is the first day of the rest of our lives."
So that's a powerful image for me to remember that and to realize that's how he kept himself sane and in a situation that most of us can't even begin to comprehend and deal with.
I have 2 Purple Hearts.
Now, on days when the weather allows, Sigler flies that prisoner of war flag and the red, white, and blue outside of his home. Inside, memories linger of the soldiers who never returned.
He just gave everything for his country.
Soldiers he'll never forget.
I remember those people.
Reporting in Auburn, Mark Maxwell.